Hey everyone, if you are traveling to San Francisco and looking for a really inexpensive place to stay, definitely try Kimpton Hotels and Restaurants. This was located in Japantown, which was right kind of in the center, walking distance from a lot of major stores and restaurants. The staff was super friendly, and the hotel did greet us with a slight happy hour. We had some white wine, and then we headed over to the tunnel tops to get a nice view of the Golden Gate Bridge. Not only do you get these really nice views, but as you can see, there's this huge playground over at the tunnel tops. It really is a place, almost like an outdoor park for families. We did come across what we call these roly-poly chairs, which we had so much fun. We really did have a blast in this area. So if you are visiting with your family or just with kids in general, I highly suggest that you make this stop one of your tour stops on the list. Next, we visited the Palace of Fine Arts, which is such a beautiful place to take pictures, to walk around. Honestly, this might have been one of my favorite stops on the tour. Next, we headed over to Fort Mason to a pop-up project, which is off the grid, which is a food truck spot. The food was so good. There were so many trucks there. The DJ was pumping. Okay, it was actually a really great time, and I feel like it's even better when it starts to get a little bit dark because they have the lights, and it's just a really cute vibe. So if you're looking for something to do, I would definitely recommend hitting that place up. Lastly, we ended day one at this cute restaurant called Sun and Garden. It is so Instagrammable. Their drinks are so cute. Okay, the food was actually really amazing. It was so good. If you're looking for a nice place to go to brunch, we did go to dinner. The dinner was great, but they also look like they have some really great food for brunch as well. And again, it's very cute, very Instagrammable if you want to take pictures. They do have a little backdrop to do so. So yeah, it was definitely a great experience for sure. Day two, we headed over to the Twin Peaks to get some incredible views of the city. I mean, look at this. I don't think I need to say a whole lot, so I'm just gonna let y'all enjoy this view. Next, we headed to the Grove, which is located within the Golden Gate Park, for a nice little nature walk. It was so interesting to see all the coyote signs. I have never seen a coyote in real life. Did not see one on this trip, but this park was definitely breathtaking and beautiful. The Golden Gate Park actually stretches for several miles. Definitely a good distance to walk, and you can make it an all-day event. There are museums along the way. There are concession stands. I even saw a Ferris wheel. Really great time to people watch, and I really enjoyed this skate park. I have really been into roller skating lately, so watching them skate really warmed my heart for sure. Next, we visited the Kende Wiley exhibit at the De Young Museum. His exhibit was so breathtaking. Honestly, this was probably one of my favorite things to do on this trip. He is the infamous artist that created the viral portraits of the Obamas. I highly recommend once you visit to take the audio tour because it really just gives you more perspective into his work of art. Then we headed up to the tower within the museum, which you can see yet another view of the city. We were able to see a lot of the places that we actually visited, and there was the Ferris wheel that I'm talking about. So this is all still located within the Golden Gate Park. So much to do here. You can literally make it an all-day trip. We then visited the Hidden Garden Steps, which is a beautiful multiple sets of stairs with this beautiful mosaic and artwork on it. Let me tell you guys, if y'all are planning to walk these steps, I highly recommend you wear the appropriate shoes, okay? And given that San Francisco is so hilly, you can bet you that these steps were steep, okay? But if you follow the steps all the way up to the highest point, there's about 3 sets, 3 sets, okay? You again get yet another beautiful view. That's one thing about San Francisco. No matter where you go, you can count on taking some great pictures and getting a view of the entire city, okay? Very beautiful, but please bring your walking shoes. We then ended day 2 at one of my favorite places in the world, heaven. This is Restoration Hardware, okay? So for all of my interior design home decor girlies, if you have not been to Restoration Hardware in person, you need to visit. And this particular location did have the restaurant. Yes, it is expensive, but it's something that you have to experience at least once in your life. I love coming here to just fantasize what my life could be like in the future. When I get the funds and get the money to really ball out and do what I need to do, I will be shopping at Restoration Hardware, and my house, my palace, will look exactly like this store. So I loved it. We had some wine, was able to walk around, see the different couches, try on different things. I mean, it was the ultimate luxury experience, and honestly, quite frankly, still one of my highlights. I remember it like it was yesterday, okay? So Restoration Hardware, go visit. Day 3, we headed over to Dolores Park for a nice little picnic and people watching, and it was such a good time. The weather was beautiful. Honestly, you all, there was so much that I did on this trip. I only picked out 15, and there's a lot of stuff that I probably wasn't able to get content on, but head to San Francisco. There is not a shortage of activities and things for you to do. Hope you all like this video, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.